What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the POCO A5, and today in this video I'm gonna be talking about the latest Derpfest ROM, and this is the 11th January 2025 build of the Derpfest. Version is 15.1 and of course this is based on Android 15. Yes, I have tried the Derpfest ROM previously also and it was good experience, but right now I would say it's a little bit better than that. If you're looking for the changelogs, you can see the note stuff, and here a lot of things are mentioned that includes Leica camera and all. This is not a POCO camera, this is the Leica camera, so it has a little bit more features, I would say. I'll show you those as far as I can, and there is the clean flash, highly recommended. So if you're on previous build of Derpfest, it is recommended that you clean flash, and if you don't know how to flash this ROM on your POCO A5, you can check out the flashing guide from the description box below. And of course the device is certified, so that's really good that banking apps and stuff are working here. We have include per app refresh rate, so that's nice. And the thermal profiles as well, we have the include custom display saturation slider. We have the OTA support added, so that's again a good thing. And there are like bugs. It says while backup restored, do not restore device settings. So if you just click on the power menu and just reboot from here to system, then it might get stuck and go into boot loop in case if you have restored your settings from a Google backup. Talking about the about phone section, this is how it looks like. We got the Derpfest logo up top and we have the platform version of course as Android 15. Looks so great. Let me go back. We have the community build. This is the 15.1 again, and the build date here it's mentioned 10th January 2025. We have the maintainers name right here, Kenway214. So huge thanks to the maintainers and developers again. The security update here, it's just awesome that we are getting January 5th, 2025 security patch. The stock kernel here is the 5.10 GKI kind of kernel. The SNX status shows as enforcing, and there is a build number you can notice from the screen. In the system settings, this is how it looks like. We got the navigation mode right here. In the settings of it, we have the hide gesture bar, hide IME space, swipe to invoke assistant, long press to search, circle to search is also there, so that's really cool. We have the haptic feedback, we have the back gesture animation, and the back height and stuff, left edge, right edge customization is there. But the pill bar, you cannot really like change the length of this or even the thickness of this, so that's how it is. We have the 3-button navigation as well. Then we have the gestures, and in the gestures we have the quickly open camera. One-handed mode is also there and it is working flawlessly. Let me go back. We have the lift to check phone as well, and let me just show you if it's working. As you can see, lift to check phone works, but it goes into the lock screen instead of the ambient display. If you go into the settings, and as you can see I have it enabled, but it doesn't go into the ambient display here. And we have the swipe to screenshot. Of course the 3-finger screenshot gesture works great. We got the share, edit, delete option right here. And then we have the double tap to check phone, prevent ringing options. In the button settings, we have the enable taskbar, invert layout, and we also got the edge long swipe actions. You can customize that. Power menu customization is there, and even the advanced reboot is there, and the power menu style also you can change from right here. We have the allow power menu on lock screen. You can disable it for privacy reasons. We have the long press power button toggle torch, and that works. We have other customizations right here for buttons. Then we have the status bar settings, and we have the quick pull down right or left you can customize. Network traffic monitor also is there, you can use it, but I use a separate app, this internet speed meter app, the paid version. And we have the status bar lyric, you can enable that. The system icons are there, and you can enable the headset, Bluetooth, etc. icons. The good thing is there is also the 4G icon and stuff. There is the Wi-Fi calling. We have the Derpfest swag icon as well. We have the clock position left to right, show seconds, auto hide, even the AM PM style you can enable small or normal. Even the battery indicator style is there, and these are the options you get. It's not a bunch of options, but there is only this landscape reverse and stuff like that. What I'm talking about is in the ROMs like Evolution X, you will get much more customizations, but here the customization part are a little bit lighter. We have the show percentage inside, and then we have the show percent when charging. Here we got the brightness control by sliding a finger on the status bar, that works. We have the quick setting panel customization as well. You can change the background opacity and other stuff. The brightness slider and stuff is there, and you can change the position to the bottom. Now talking about this background blur and opacity stuff, here in the recent panel, as you can see, the background is currently blurred. But sometimes I have noticed this ROM has a little bit issues with the blurriness, and it just simply doesn't appear, or sometimes you may see the dock maybe. So yeah, that thing has happened to me. While going through the UI, I just faced that about 2 to 3 times. It's not major bug or anything, do not worry about it much, but yeah, that may appear sometimes. And we have the brightness slider style changing option as well, and just notice the amount of options, it's great. We also got the USB configuration. You can change it to file transfer if you would like to. We have the Derpfest updater, and right now the updater from now on should be working perfectly fine. And here it shows the current build date, I guess. Talking about the home screen, you are getting the Derpfest kind of launcher. Let me just go into the home screen settings. Just look at this, how beautiful it looks. And it also has the Android 15 kind of animation. As you can see, if I just go back, it does this going back kind of animation here. So this is nice. Even the home screen settings are there. Of course, there is a double tap to sleep while we're scrolling, zooming, parallax, and then we have the at a glance. I disabled that because I'm using the at a glance widget. We have the hot seat background and stuff. Then we have the app drawer customization. You can see from the screen. Then we have the recents panel customization. Just notice the amount of option. You can toggle on or off. We have the miscellaneous settings right here, and we also have the suggestion disabling option. And there is also a hidden and protected apps. You can lock particular apps, but in the settings also there is another app lock of system. They should have somehow merged this app lock. Just a suggestion. But yeah, the widgets and stuff, everything, just look at this animation. Looks dope, works really well with 120 Hz. To the left of the home screen, we got the Ghost Discover page. Swiping up will get you to the app drawer. Swiping down will get you to the quick setting panel. And the volume panel here looks like this. Also, we got the Android 15 kind of volume panel style, and you can change the output device and everything from right here. And we also have the media, call, ring, etc. volume controls, even the alarm sound and stuff. Now, talking about the sound, I would say yes. The WhatsApp video call kind of bug is still there. Once you are in a video call and if you just have the PIP of WhatsApp and if you open apps like X and if you scroll, sometimes the audio goes away and you have to go back into the WhatsApp video call, then like tweak around with the volume panel and everything, then only it will be fine with the sound of the video call. So that bug, it's still there in this ROM as well. Talking about the basic stuff, yes, with the Play Integrity Checker, as you can see, it meets device and basic integrity both. So banking apps are not a problem. I have been using them, no issues so far. The IR Blaster here also works great. We got the DRM L1 here, so Netflix or Amazon Prime streaming with 1080p won't be a problem here. In terms of the Google Photos backup settings, yes, as you can see, it shows this pixel can back up unlimited photos and videos, but that is only with the storage saver quality, not at full quality. Yes, you can adjust the quality here, but you will only get unlimited backup with the storage saver quality. Let's talk about the stock camera. This is beautiful that the camera processing have been completely fixed in this ROM, because if I just go into a picture, just look at the details and everything, it's just awesome. It is a proper 16 megapixel photo, you don't need to worry about it. And there is this Redmi Turbo 3 kind of watermark. It's not POCO F5, so I think this is based on somehow the global kind of thing. But in this kind of gallery, this has the MIUI gallery here, but I would say going back from the camera app, it just goes back to the straight home screen. I cannot, if I open a picture from here, I cannot go back into the camera. This is just weird. But talking about the camera, it has a lot of features like this. 0.66 of course is there, that's the ultra wide angle, but there is the 3.2x kind of zooming option, 2x zooming option, and if you just slide around this, of course it goes up to 10x digital zoom. There is AI camera, watermark, voice shutter, and all other features. And let me tell you that this AI camera definitely gives you a little bit more sharpened kind of photos, a little bit more saturated, I would say. Here is an example of the normal mode and the AI camera mode enabled. And here if you go into the camera settings, just notice how many options are there, like this ultra zoom beta, then we have the HEIA format, and there are, I would say, much more settings like this live in-ear monitor, Dolby Vision and stuff is there, but I didn't tweak those. We have the volume shutter button and we have the preserve settings. But in the video mode, of course, there is up to 4K, but you can only shoot up to 30 fps. There is no 60 fps here, even though this is a Leica camera. But of course, you can shoot 60 fps videos with 1080p if you would like to, as you can see from here. Pro mode videos and everything, those works. And there is the documents mode, the night mode, everything is there. Even the portrait mode photos are working well here, no need to worry. And the processing here of the photos are really fast, I have to say. And even the front camera and everything works really well, no issues so far. Even with the portrait mode, as you can see, the front camera works great. Of course, you can install Gcam and stuff if you'd like to. It does have this dual camera inside this vlog mode. If you just go into the short film, of course, you are going to get the vlog modes. And with that, you will also get this dual video mode. And there is also the short video mode as well. In case you want to shoot with this, you can. But now let's talk about the gallery. Well, this MIUI gallery here, it's really nice that we have all these editing kind of features like this basic editing, and there is the crop and there is the doodle and stuff. And if you go into the AI, of course, there is the eraser mode, remove object and remove people. All these kind of things are there. Even the remove shadow on food or something, these kind of things are there. You can definitely implement them on your photos if you would like to. There is bokeh. As you can see, it's actually working. And there are a lot more stuff that you can download. As you can see, the sky kind of filters are downloading right now. So yeah, you get the idea. Even the beautify kind of settings are there if you would like to use that. And there is also newer features like this recognize text. and the recognized table and stuff, protective watermark, all those things. As you can see, it shows recognized text from right here. So this is nice. You can just create a note with it. Now, in terms of the overall experience of this ROM, I would say it's very snappy. If I open websites like test2ufo website, here the FPS only shows about 80, 86, 94 or something. But yeah, the overall UI, it actually feels a lot smoother than that. And it's an overall very fast experience while scrolling on apps like X or even in YouTube, all these things. It's a very smooth experience, I would say, as you can see. And while zooming or something, it's just a very smooth experience. While daily driving, I didn't have any kind of huge issues at all. And here are the performance benchmarks numbers for this particular build that I have tested on. Now, of course, in the Bluetooth settings and stuff, it looks like this. It shows the Bluetooth battery and stuff. And if you go into the connected preference, we have the quick share, Android Auto, all these things should be working fine. I have been using quick share, and we have the app settings, and inside the app settings we have the AppLock right here. This is a system AppLock that you can use. There is also the game space and in-game call and stuff, all these things are there. In-game notifications you can customize. The scroll down mode, you can add any game that you would like to. We have sidebar kind of feature, and this is a really cool thing of this Derpfest ROM. This is not available in ROMs like Evolution X. If you open apps like Twitter, and if I just click here, I will have multiple options like this split screen, the floating, and here you can lock or unlock particular apps, and that is the memory lock. It's not like the app lock kind of thing. So if I just click on this lock app, and it shows locked app in recents, and right now if I clear all the apps from memory, it should be in memory, and as you can see, yes, it's in memory. I don't know why this one is also there, but yeah, this one, it's still in memory. So this lock app kind of feature, it's really nice. Also, this floating window, it's really cool that you can just put this app right here on some corner, and you can open different apps and just do your stuff. So this is really cool that we have all these kind of features, but the scrolling here, it's a little bit messy, but I would say it's fine. No issues, and you can just rescale them as you would like to. Let me just do this, and you can maximize it from here. You can just close it from here. So this is really cool. You can also go back even if you'd like to. So yeah, pretty much the floating window, it's really cool here in this ROM. It's not available with ROMs like Evolution X or something else. At least the last one that I have tested didn't have it. In the battery settings, this is how it looks like. We got the battery bar, then we have the battery saver, adaptive battery, and there is the battery information. And here we have the cycle count, and my device has gone through about 700 plus charging cycles. The temperature, it shows battery temperature is 34 degrees right now, and we have the block sensor. Then we have the thermal profiles. You can just turn them on and enable the thermal profiles from right here, or you can just don't use thermal profiles at all. We have the battery widget as well. You can just click here. Here with the Accu battery app, I have tested the battery life. The screen on time, it's about 8 hours plus. So it's really good, above decent, I would say. And we have the screen of about 41 hours, and even the combine news shows as about 12 hours. So the battery life here that I'm getting, it's really amazing. And the fast charging here is also working perfectly fine. No need to worry about it. In the display settings, this is how it looks like. We got the adaptive brightness and stuff, and we have the lock screen kind of customization. In here, we have the lift to check phone always on charging and stuff. Then we have the always on display as well. In the lock screen shortcuts, also you can change the left to right kind of shortcut from right here. And let me go back from here. We have the pocket detection. The monitor personalization is also there. You can do that from right here. And we have the dark theme. Of course, there is the pure black or pitch black mode. That is really cool. In the YAP-ROM that I have flashed earlier just to try, it didn't have it. We have the override force dark. We have the enable blurs. Then we have the night light, and even the live display option is there. And there is the reading mode as well. If you enable that, the display will turn grayscale. And we have the colors. You can have the vivid, saturated, standard, original, P3, sRGB, all these color profiles. I have been using it, of course, with the saturated option as usual. Color contrast, you can change high contrast text and stuff. Everything is there. We have the auto red screen, refresh it, you can change, and there is the adaptive option. And the refresh it over here, it's really good with 120 Hz, no issues of sluggishness or anything. There is a double tap to wake, double tap to sleep, all these things. Okay, so for some reason the UI is stuck right now. You can see. So these kind of issues are still there. As you can see, I cannot. This is why I say like stability is really important. I don't know why it happened. It just happened in front of your eyes. So yes, these kind of bugs are still there, and it's really annoying, I would say. Yes, right now it's fine. I don't know why it happened, but yeah. Okay, there is the double tap to wake, double tap to sleep, and we have the charging animation. Then we have the per app refresh it. You can change from right here. As you can see, 60 and 120 Hz, both options are there. There is a display saturation as well. and you can increase the display saturation if you don't like the 100 by default option. So this is nice. You can make the display even more poppy in colors. In the wallpapers and styles, and these are the Android 15 kind of clock styles which are present here, and they look really beautiful, I have to say. We have the change wallpaper option, and this is the Derpfest wallpapers which are there. You can use any of them. I have been using this one. This is the AI wall art kind of wallpaper, and here we have the icons, and these are the system icons that you can change. Also there is the font customization as well. These are the fonts that you can choose to, and the nothing dot font and stuff are still there, and a lot of fonts are here. And in the home screen, if you just scroll down, we have the themed icons, we have the color contrast, we have the app grid, and the app grid you can set up to 5:7, and the shape customization right here. In the sound and vibration settings, we have the media volume, and we have the audio will play from which device. You can choose that from here. And we have the do not disturb, we have the live caption, spatial audio is here, we have the smart pause, then we have the vibration and haptic kind of customization. If I just go into it, we have the in-call vibration options. You can enable any of them if you'd like to. Touch feedback also, you can just pull it down a little bit. And there is a miscellaneous settings for brightness slider as well. The haptic feedback is there. You can just turn it off from here if you don't like that. But yeah, overall the haptic feedback here, it still feels really premium, I have to say here. We have the charging vibration as well. You can disable that if it annoys you. We have the per app volume control. Even the Dolby Atmos is there, and you can change the graphic equalizer and stuff like that. Then we have the intelligent equalizer as well, speaker virtualization, even the headphone virtualization. All these things you can enable and customize it. We have the dialogue enhancer, bass enhancer, volume leveler, all these things. But I'll just turn all of them off. There is a pulse settings as well. There is an F bar pulse, lock screen pulse, all these things. In the security settings, this is how it looks like. We got the device unlock. In the settings of it, we have the auto confirmation lock, we have the power button instantly locks, scramble pin layout and stuff, and the quick settings you can disable in the lock screen. So that's cool, I would say, for privacy. And right now, if I just go into the lock screen, so even if someone steals it, they cannot toggle on or off anything. They cannot go into the power menu because it simply doesn't appear in the lock screen. So even if someone presses the power button for a long time, the device will only reboot. And there is the face unlock and fingerprint option right here. We have the private space as well of Android 15. And of course, in the more settings, we have this new toggle which says allow camera software extension. Then we have the auto reboot option. You can enable it if you'd like to. We have the restrict USB. Then we have the panic settings as well. You can enable that, I guess. Of course, the app lock is there in the app settings, which I already showed you. But first, let me show you the unlocking and locking speed. Here, I'll just put the device on the desk, and as you can see, it wakes up into the lock screen. As I have the lift check phone enabled, if I tap the fingerprint scanner, it just unlocks. And the double tap to sleep, it's very handy. As you can see, I can just lock the device just by double tapping on the home screen. And the locking and unlocking, it's very fast experience overall. If I enable the always on display, here, if I double tap to sleep, this is how it looks like in the lock screen, the clock, and I can double tap to wake. And yeah, the animation looks so cool here. Yep, it does that Android 15 kind of animation here. And yeah, unlocks super fine, I would say. And the app lock even also works with the fingerprint scanner. This is how the app lock UI looks like. If I tap the fingerprint scanner, it just straight up goes wherever I left the app, I guess. Let me just set up the face unlock. After setting up face unlock, this is how the settings actually looks like now. I'll try with the face unlock. I'll just double tap to wake and point the device towards my face, and it unlocks. Just notice the unlocking speed. It's fairly fast, I would say. Also, it does have the Google's phone app, and it does do the VoLTE calling and stuff super fine. Even the 5G speeds and everything, it's totally fine. No need to worry about it. And it also has the BCR, so you can record calls if you'd like to with this, if you set it up. In terms of conclusion, but switching from a ROM like Evolution X, it definitely feels slightly slower than Evolution X, if I can explain it that way. Like, it's just, I would say, 2 ms slower, if you know milliseconds. That amount of slow, I would say. It's not, you cannot really see it with bare eyes. But definitely I can notice a little bit of sluggishness if we compare it with ROMs like Evolution X. Otherwise, it's a very good ROM. It has a lot of good things like the sidebar and everything. It has the camera processing working perfectly fine. Even the latest Evo X has a new update. I'll try that later on after this, which has the camera issue fixed, the camera processing issue. But here also, as you can see, the images are getting processed up to 16 megapixel. So that is nice. Even if I show you a selfie, here also it's about 16 megapixel. So yeah, overall you get the idea here that the ROM, it's really good. Overall, it's handling Android 15 really well, almost perfect. But sometimes, as you just saw, I faced that a freeze on the UI. It could be because of this particular launcher, I guess. I'm not really sure. But yeah, sometimes I have faced that. This is the third or fourth time I'm facing this issue of that freezing. of the UI. But yeah, overall, I would say it's a decent ROM that you can definitely try on your POCO F5. And the future updates will definitely make this ROM even better. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Please share this video if you want them to know about the latest Derpfest ROM based on Android 15, how it's running on POCO F5. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.